Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never End Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially, well, you know who. You know who. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, come on, it's Zach Saber Jr., is Mr. Guy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke, and hello to all dickheads out there. All dickheads unite.
Tone dickheads.
The soy boy dickhead himself has won the G1, and we're going to talk about it. And also the semifinals, the actual semifinals, not the quarterfinals that they call the semifinals. Also those today on the Never Open Podcast.
Yes, that's right. And let's just do the professionalism right away because I just want to talk about these shows. There are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Tweety. I am at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drews for Tweets. Collectively, we are at Never Open Pod. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. Also, if you have any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where we have merch that'll make you look never as fuck. There we go.
I'm wearing the shit too. So I'm never as fuck today. It says it.
That's right. See? You want to be that? Or you just want to have the title on there? Fuck yeah, man. Get some of that shit. It's awesome.
And weird noise.
Yeah. You can see this on the YouTube, me doing this intro. And all that kind of nifty shenanigans. And look us up on the YouTubes as well. Give us a like or a share and all that kind of stuff. I don't usually ask for that or say that, but hey, I guess sometimes it's good to be like, hey, if you like us, maybe other people might too. Even if they're annoyed, we might still get a click out of it. So, it's all good.
That's why we do this show, is for the clicks. That's what it's all about for us.
Obviously.
Most important thing. But, Luke, the first night we're going to talk about is night 18 of G1 Climax 34. And it is the actual semifinals night. And we're at Yokohama, Budokan, and the fucking place is packed, and the crowd is putting these other two nights that we covered. That crowd is never coming to a wrestling show again because they were shamed into never coming back because of this.
I'd have ticked those off. Like I would have fucking crossed those venues out if I was Tanahashi going potential venues to come back to. Not the last two. Fuck them.
Yeah,
God dang. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. We start off with Shomakato and Yoshihashi. What?
Why?
Okay. Versus Mikey Nichols and Robbie Eagles. Yay! Mikey Nichols, Robbie Eagles, and Kosei Fujita are back. Yay!
Yeah! Fujita's with them. Yay!
Is Shane Haste injured?
He's in America or something.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So this is apparently the first time Robbie and Mikey Nichols have tagged in New Japan.
What?
Just the two of them.
Okay, just the two of them. They didn't say that. They
just
said it's the first time they've ever tagged. And I was like, I don't think that's right.
This match is kind of slow. And I don't know if Yoshihashi's the right dude to lead a Young Lion team. But Kato grabbing out Robbie Eagles is fun. And Mikey can't break it. Robbie scares the shit out of everyone in the crowd, including myself, by doing a huge 2.99999999999 kick out for a roll up from Shomakato, which was fucking awesome. Yeah, I was like, fuck, man, he knows how to get you, doesn't he? Even when it's a Young Lion pin, he knows how to get you. And then he turns around with the turbo back and wins. I love how the Japanese commentators say that. Rules. Yeah, fun.
Wait, Yoshihashi tagged in this match, and he thought he was the greatest wrestler to ever live. Oh my
god!
He just stood there in the ring and just hitting moves and shit. It was like, who is this guy? What is going on there,
dude? Wait till you see what he does in the night 2. What did you? Oh my god!
We'll get there. But Yoshihashi sure is a wrestler. But it was good to see, Mikey back, and Robbie and him work so well together. And it's like you forget how good those guys are, and then you see them, you're like, God damn, these guys are good, So it was really fun to see. But and the crowd was hot, like I said. So next, they were super hot for this match because we had Goto, the most famous wrestler in Japan, and tagging with Hanma, the happiest wrestler in Japan, versus the Mad Bastards. Oh, poor Hanma. But Chumpy Jr.'s here. I see him. He's repping the match. Who does he think he is? I couldn't believe it. But Goto, of course, is super over because these fans are marks. But so are the Mad Bastards. They drink beers together and then run in and attack Goto and Hanma. They take it to the outside. They double team Goto. It's so fun. And Gabe tries like a goofy rocket Kokeshi and just misses Hanma. And then Hanma tags in the nerd. And the match is really good, But Hanma counters the face breaker with a rocket Kokeshi. He's going to beat Jake Lee for sure. Big Hanma chant. Oh, face breaker. Jake Lee pins Hanma. Oh.
Yeah, dude, I love that when Gabe Kid looks at them the camera is like, I'm drunk as fuck, woo! Oh, apparently they had lemon sours or something like that. It was just probably a cup of fucking water or juice or some shit. But
okay, so they're liquor guys. That's the deal then.
Yeah.
Okay, so because it was in a cup, I just assumed it was beers.
Yeah. So they got a liquor gimmick going on in the War Dogs. He's got I wonder if Clark Connors pours the drinks. He's 100 proof. You just got to cut him open, right?
plus the cocaine.
Give him your blade Clark Connors because he's 100 proof, and you just squeezing a shot, and then no, is that too much? And
he's always got a razor, because he's using to chop up cocaine. You see. Dan Maloney smokes cigarettes. We know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Cigarettes. So
cool. Yep. That's how you know people are cool. You see, and people are smart when they do this, right?
That's true.
All right. So next we have El Phantasmo and Shooter Umino with Jado, versus Konosuke Takeshita, Callum Newman on the Jeff Cobb, and I see El Phantasmo and Shooter doing really cool tag team shit. I'm like, oh yeah. Man, that's a pretty good person for ELP to be tagging with.
They do cool shit, man.
All right?
Yeah.
Someone New Japan's got a rocket strap to. Yeah, El Phantasmo, yeah.
They just got to get rid of Jado somehow.
Oh, my God. If only. I liked when Callum was doing the fucking mega fast rope running, El Phantasmo had to drop down. Oh, my God, that was just...
That's the sneaky, hey, look at me, I'm a fancy wrestler thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I love it.
Just that extra bit of finesse there, right? It's fucking nice. There's like another Jado and El Phantasmo miscommunication happening here. And a world-class shot elbow by Takeshita on Jado.
Yeah. It's disappointing. I did see that Jeff Cobb busted out a pump handle suplex in this match. And I was like, what the fuck? How come you don't see that very often? You just don't, that was tremendous. You're right. I didn't really pick up on the Shota ELP thing, but they did do a bunch of tag moves together. And they were both when he was hitting the ropes and coming back, Shota's hitting the ropes and doing a cutter or whatever the fuck he does. He did the drop down low and the thing high. Yeah. This match was fantastic too in ring. The wrestling was just tremendous. I loved it.
Yeah, it was great stuff.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. So next is the Chaos Bars, Tanahashi, Oleg, and Yano versus, it's double meaning because of the bars. Because Yano...
Also Tiger Mask and Taguchi.
I didn't finish, but also I was explaining my joke, because the bars thing is a double meaning because it's Yano has a bar and Oleg is bars. So I was trying to explain that,
That's right.
But anyway, it's those
so
folks.
When Oleg goes there, he doesn't get free drinks. No, he's the bar. All right, get in a position. They just serve drinks.
You eat the bar. Sometimes the bar will eat you. So, but anyway, the rest of that team is Tiger Mask and Taguchi, who is Naito Taguchi for some reason. And they are going to face the team of House of Torture, all of them. So good to see everybody back, and show's the best. So, but Taguchi is dressed up like Naito for no apparent reason, and everybody loves it. And then everybody fights. House of Torture beat the fuck out of the president, and they have so much fun doing it. It's kind of like, I want to do that. That looks like fun. I want to be in House of Torture.
They're enjoying their job, aren't they?
They love it. It's good times, man. So Tanahashi does a crossbody in his ring jacket and lands dick first on Yujiro's face, and that was good times. So Taguchi gets to run wild with his ass and even hits a plancha, which is good. But House of Torture beat up Tiger Mask after they cheat, and Bolton Oleg gets a tag in, and he gut wrenches everybody. And he gut wrenches Ren for a very, very, very long time. The Japanese commentary, I've noticed, whenever Bolton does the shake, they call it the shake. And they go, shake, 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 every time he goes back and forth. And it's kind of fun. So I kind of like the shake.
That's fucking
thing.
cool.
So, Anyway, we get some Evil versus Yano, and that's good times. There's a hoe train on Yano, dick-to-dick contact on Yano. Kanemaru outsmarts Tanahashi, though. When he goes for the Suntory, Tanahashi ducks it, but Kanemaru just stands there. And then Tanahashi looks up, bam, right in his face, right?
Yes.
Everything is evil on Yano for the win. There's a big beatdown after the match, and Shota and ELP appear with chairs and chase off House of Torture, but ELP seems conflicted.
And Evil saying, do you trust them? Do you trust them? Oh, by the way, Charity's in the room when this match is on, and she hears dick-to-dick contact for the first time, and she's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, you've never seen dick-to-dick contact before? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, wow. So I thank you for having the 10-second rewind back every New Japan World, because I was able to do that, and she saw what it was, and her reaction was exactly what mine is, almost. And I still have that reaction now, which is I just burst out laughing. I love dick-to-dick contact. You're going to take that out of context again?
I never will.
No. And this is where it's starting to get interesting / silly, because Evil's like to ELP, do you trust them? And I'm like, well, who doesn't trust Tanahashi? He's like the straightest of shooters there is.
I don't know. You know what happens when somebody cheats against him? He cheats right back. So
yeah, but he'll play it your way if you go that way first.
He's also extremely violent. He almost killed Kenta like 3 times.
Yeah, it's true. That's why he's. Where is Kenta? Man, he's just happy touring wherever he is. Like,
well,
yeah, he's
I was just thinking, I don't want to put this out there, but like Kenta's tag partner also hasn't been around. It's like, if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be. You know what I mean? So.
And Kenta's like, well, can I come back? And it's like, we got a tag team now. We're good. It's like, I could have tag teamed with Gabe Kidd. Yeah, it's all right.
We're good now.
Damn, poor Kenta. Anyway, I'm sure he's fine. He's touring around, making the dollary dues. All right, next we got
wrestling Gino Gambino in a cage or some shit. So.
Yeah, right. All right, so next we got Clark Connors, Driller Maloney, and Taiji Ishimori, and they're wrestling against Taka Michinoku, Taichi, and the junior champion Doki. They all come out to Doki's new music. I actually quite like it. I like his new music. It is not only, anything would have been like something Yo concocted would have been better than fucking Doki's old tune, right?
At first.
Almost. At first. Yeah, then we'd be stuck with it. But but this is actually really good. And I like that Doki's got this kind of confidence about him with this belt. Now I'm like, all right, I fucking like it. He's wearing that belt like he's a champion too, not like, oh my god, I've got this. He's like, yeah, I've got the belt. I'm the fucking champ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's confident. Hopefully not overconfident. So.
Oh my god. This is so fucking cool because I've missed Clark Connors and Driller Maloney as well. They were fucking awesome tag team. I wanted a cool feud for Doki, and I'm getting it with Ishimori because Ishimori kicked his ass and was a finalist in the Best of the Super Juniors. So he beat Doki to progress in the finals, like in the best. Man, the story's all there. Fucking just give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want, as that Animal Man would say. Oh my god! So it's fucking cool to see those two back. The other episode, I might have said like, does Ishimori kind of fit in with the war dogs Jew group and all that kind of stuff?
Muscle
Yeah, he
Chihuahua?
does. Yeah, Muscle Chihuahua. Because
Right.
like I see him sometimes as being a real cheeky shit. Like there's this shit-eating grin on his face, and I forget sometimes that like, yeah, he does the fun heel stuff, but yeah, he's a piece of shit. Like you can do it. Like, come on. So I don't know what the fuck I was on when I said all that stuff. So I take that back. There's a sumo battle between Taichi and Ishimori
Oh
that
my
makes me
God.
fucking laugh.
What was Ishimori thinking? He challenged Taichi to sumo and then just got destroyed. Duh.
I'm just like, oh, it just makes me laugh my ass off. Excuse me. There's a La Mystica on Taka Michinoku for the win, and man, this is the good shit. I'm happy to see Taichi back, Clark, Driller, Ishimori, Doki. Taka's been around for the whole tour, so I haven't had a chance to miss him. I like all 6 guys, and I like the match. What can I say? It's fun. I want this feud.
It was awesome to see all those guys come back. Taichi obviously just being all Emperor E and whatever,
Yeah.
and it's just awesome. And I really like to see Doki. It's amazing how he's already the greatest champion in the history of New Japan, and he hasn't even defended the belt yet. It's like, how is he this awesome? But he is. I really enjoyed the sumo thing. That was a lot of fun. But one of the other things I love is the crowd was fucking into this shit, right? And then when spinning boner lock happened and Taka tapped out, they didn't like it at all. They were like, we're not saying anything else. It was great. I love this crowd. Man. They were the best, man. They were booing baby faces at one point too because they weren't doing what they liked and shit. They're awesome. So anyway, next week we have an eventful match. At least I was picking up what they were putting down during this match because there's 2 things going on. This is a big deal. It's Naito, Hiromu, and Bushi versus Ray, Akira, and Great-O-Khan. All right. Now we got this dynamic here where Great-O-Khan beat Naito in the tournament to knock him out, actually. Plus, we got some other dynamic that's going to pick up here as well. But this told me straight up, as soon as this match started, Great-O-Khan is feuding with the champion, and he's going to get a title match. I can't believe it. And
you and I sent messages to each other saying we don't care if Great-O-Khan wins that title. All that we care about is that Great-O-Khan is getting a fucking heavyweight main event title match spot. And see, we've been saying this for ages. Do something cool with this, man. And finals of the G1, feuding with Naito. I'm like, yeah, you and me are very happy.
This is big for him. This will get him over big time no matter what happens, So it's just going to help him. So this match, I'm already loving it, right? And then we get this like interesting thing. Hiromu, he wrestles Akira for a little bit, but then he starts wrestling Hanare, right? And he hits a German suplex and Falcon Arrow on Hanare, and they're doing like heavyweight spots. And I'm like, is it happening? It's happening. Is the thing that we've like been asking for forever? Because it wasn't long ago that Hiromu wasn't a guy who only wrestled every once in a while like it is right now. He wrestled every week and he won everything that ever happened, right? And so it got kind of like, you're like, what else is there to do? He's won Best of Super Juniors 500 times, and we were always like, well, how about the Never title? Dude's never as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And we've been talking about that a long time. It looks like that's what's happening here because those two wrestle quite a bit and it's all heavyweight stuff. Now, Great-O-Khan puts Naito in a knee bar, and then Hanare makes Bushi give up with the Ultima. All right, and so they get the win, but Hiromu's kind of looking at Hanare. Hanare's looking at him, and you're like, this is exciting. This is cool shit. What did you think, Luke?
This made me nervous because Hiromu wins a lot, and I want him to establish Hanare a little more. As his first junior, never title thing. So I start off feeling conflicted from this night, and then by the time like the next night happens, I'm like, I'm a bit less conflicted because I feel about what Hanare's feud, the same way I feel about Great Khan's feud now, because Hiromu is one of New Japan's top guys. He is. Heavyweight junior doesn't matter. Hiromu's like up there as one of the top guys. So not only is Great Khan getting a fucking top guy feud, Hanare's also getting a top guy feud. And that's putting a bit of extra light on the Never Open title as well. All right, I can see that. Look, the Never Open title is hard to hold on to. A lot of people's first reigns on that title is defenseless. So, all right. Also, I can see maybe there's also the story potential of Hiromu thinking like, I can get into this division easy, and then he gets fucking destroyed, and then he's like, oh, okay, here's what I got to do, and then he chases that Never Open title for eventually the next defensive one after for another shot, and then fucking then wins. The stories are there, so I'm like, all right, they're both getting big time feuds. Fuck yes.
This is good news, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this was all pretty cool and exciting because it's new. It's different shit that we've never seen, and then Takeshita walks out and joins Japanese commentary, and the crowd is fucking fired up to look at the back of his head.
They are. What's that shirt he's wearing though too, man? I was like, I don't know about that shirt. But anyway.
I can't see past his dreamy eyes, so
that's
I didn't
right.
know he was wearing a shirt or not.
He is. He's very dreamy.
He's alpha.
Yeah. We're feeling it. we're definitely betas for Takeshita, apparently. Who isn't? Come on. All right. So Yota Tsuji now is versus David Finlay. Oh, the winner of this match is in the finals.
Dude.
Chumpy's out reffing this too.
He knows what's up.
I love this match. I love it. I love both these matches, by the way. So I just want to put that out there. So I like that at one point at the start of the match, they start fighting outside, and Finlay rolls in to break up the count. But Marty's already outside the ring. He's to get you guys back in the ring. So Finlay just rolls back out. I'm like, oh, okay. There's some really nice fun back and forth to start. Yoda goes for a suicider, but Finlay, he sees it coming. You could say he was expecting it.
Hey, we had a missed expecting joke last week because we were all fired up talking about Finlay, and you were like, I didn't expect that for David Finlay. We both missed it.
Yeah,
Sad.
we did. Here we go. It's right here. We did it. It's been done. Finlay then pulls out the tables. I'm like, whoa, shit. Yoda, he gets his dive, though, after he super kicks Finlay Canadian style. Finlay goes for an Irish curse, but like Yoda hits his backbreaker of his own, and then a curb stomp. Whoa, head trap stomp as well by Yoda on the apron. There's a table tease. Whoa. Finlay slams Yoda into the corner post, though, but, by having him in like a torture rack position and going like backwards and stuff.
It was nasty.
Yeah, it was fucking nasty bump too. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, they're going hard for this match. They're going hard for the next match, and they're going hard for the final. In fact, I think they go hard for pretty much every match tomorrow. Except maybe the House of Torture match where they're going for silly, fun, awesome fun. I guess you got to have one match to be like, hey, let's have some fun now. All right, but yeah. But Yoda, after that corner post, he kind of fires back. He starts kicking Finlay's ass, but Finlay catches him and hits a Dominator. Oh, Yoda, he avoids a power bomb through the table. There's an apron back body drop on Finlay. Well, Yoda, he gets power bomb through the tables. Only one of them breaks. So you know what that means, Mr. Guy. They can put the unbroken table back under the thing and use it for another night.
Man.
Remember how they did that after they threw it and there was like a head dent, and so the next night they brought a table out. It was the same fucking table. That table's being reused, and you know it.
and look how interesting its life's already been. You know what I mean? Like, wow, you're like Tsuji's head bounced off you and you didn't break. You're so strong.
If you can survive 3 matches, you become part of the Table Hall of Fame.
Well, no, you go your Milano's table, Abe's.
Yeah.
No, okay, graduate to Abe's table. If you survive that, then you can be Milano's table.
That's right.
The very first step is actually being English commentary table. So.
Oh my god!
But no one survives that.
No. Oh my god. So the other one does a break. So yeah, use it next time. Yoda, he makes it in at 19. Oh, into oblivion for 2. Yoda goes for a lariat, but Finley ducks, and Yoda just falls the fuck over. He is dead. Power bomb for 2. Buckle bomb and a power bomb, but only gets Finley at 2. Fuck. Multiple power bombs. Oh shit. Okay. Yoda he's gonna get power bombed again. He turns it into a Rana. Gene blast, but Yoda, he can't make the cover in time because hey, he's just been power bombed the fuck. Oh my god. So Finley kicks out. Oh my god. Yeah, Yoda, he gets his Marlow crash in the corner, which is this big corner curb stomp thing. A Gene blaster, but there's no roll up. But Gene blaster, but no, a roll up from Finley. Overkill. No. Yoda Tsuji hooks the arms. And I'm not sure if this is, you could read this one of 2 ways, as either a ongoing thing to Yu Yu Uemura as part of the ongoing feud, or the guy got injured. Bit of a tribute to him in the Young Lion days, and a bit of a fuck you to Finley as well by giving him the deadbolt suplex.
Man,
and as Finley lands, and kind of bounces up. Gene fucking blast. 1, 2, 3. Yoda Tsuji's in the goddamn finals. I love this match.
Wow. That was awesome.
It's so fucking good.
That match was so fucking good. Like, okay, so it's certain, like many times in this match, you got everything happening, right? You got the crowd going nuts. They're living and dying by everything. Marty's running around asking people to give up. Gato's ringside laughing and cheering and screaming. The wrestlers are in there tearing it up. And I mean, it was all working. And like, this match was like one of those ones that like, it gets to the 5th gear and beyond, it goes to the place that you want, where like, it was like at about 25 minutes in, I'm thinking, right? Like I'm thinking we're getting deep in this match, and I don't really know how long it's been, but these guys they're taking it to the edge, and man, it's so good, dude. It was so good. The deadbolt suplex, I think it's both things. I think it's
both a tribute and a bit of a
yeah, what wrestlers communicate through violence. So this is like it means a lot. It's kind of a tribute thing, like you said, a respect thing. So I thought that was fantastic. And like the first thing I thought is like if Tsuji loses in the finals, he has a title shot with Finley coming, right? So he's got a story, and I'd love to see that match again. And I also love that there was 0 fuck your leg in that match. And I was like, it can be done.
This was never as fuck as well. I just want to add, like, I don't know. I get the vibe that David Finley is still like a mixed opinion with a lot of people, but I've loved his tournament. I love him as the leader of Bullet Club. I love this persona. And this guy got to go about as deep, got to go deep into this tournament, and when he probably should have either been in the finals or something in the conversation for that with the New Japan Cup. I also love that, man, he went hard in a lot of his matches, and he had to pick up some big boys, and he had some gnarly looking bumps that I'm like, dude, please no.
Stop going through the gate.
Dude, you're looking awesome doing what you're doing, but like we want like consecutive years of watching you do your thing rather than like have a few months off because of some injury or something like that. Because I like what he's putting down, and he fucking, man, I love this match. Yeah.
Remember that time that he was doing the gate spot, and whoever was getting hit with it, I think it was Yuya actually, didn't open the gate, so they just both went into the gate and was like, oh. It just didn't work at all. It looked like it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
They were both bracing to fall back, and when that doesn't happen, it just looks like a fucking wicked crunch.
Anyway, all right. Well, the main event, Luke, is Shingo versus Zack Sabre Jr. and the winner faces Tsuji for in the G1 finals, G1 34. So Zack looks genuinely emotional, like on his way to the ring, right? When they announce his name, he has got watery eyes, like, and it's like, fair enough, dude. The TMDK are out there for moral support, and, Shingo comes out and the crowd loves him. but they love Zach too. And I love how the crowd kind of like has to cheer for everything in this match because they love everybody. They're just like both these guys kind of thing, you know. So
Who wins this match? Everyone. Everyone won this match, man.
So they do a big long opening, like feeling out reversal thing, and it's just amazing. You know, then they do this amazing Roman knuckle lock suplex thing from Zack Sabre Jr. and he stomps on Shingo's arm. And then he stomps it again. And then he breaks his arm over the shoulder and then he does it again. Until Shingo finally escapes by getting his version of the little neck cranker thing. And he points to his head where his dragon brain is located.
That's right. So. And that's the story, isn't it? Because if you remember, Shingo defeated Zack Sabre Jr. earlier in the tournament with a pumping bomber ground cobra combination. So Zack Sabre Jr. has also got not a dragon brain, but he's got a saber brain in there.
Dickhead brain.
Dickhead brain.
Know? So yes. Well, and it was a sneaky win for Shingo, right? You know, just like we've seen with Tanahashi and a lot of the vets in New Japan. They love that shit, right? So
they do. They really do.
So anyway, all right, these guys, they go to the outside and fight a little bit, you know. Shingo's in control. Then Shingo, he's kind of being an asshole here. Like, he throws Zack Sabre Jr. onto the apron and then asks for applause because he rolled him into the ring or whatever. He's like, what the fuck? Why aren't you cheering this? It was pretty good. So anyway, so he puts on the ground cobra right here, but Zack Sabre Jr. like wiggles out, bounces them both like to the ropes, like on his butt. It's fun. So, and there's tons of fun spots going on in this middle section. Like, so Zack finally gets the neck crank, which is kind of his, you know, that becomes the transition move at a lot of times where, you know, the momentum changes as some kind of neck crank or the arm crank kind of thing, right? So he gets the drop kick and starts to go back to the fuck your arm, but then Yukon DDT. Shingo's back in control. And Shingo loves ska, not Klingon opera, though. Zack Sabre Jr. changes strategies, though, and starts going fuck your leg on Shingo. And Shingo is in full-on cell mode. So, like, everything that is happening is big and just awesome. And he's making these facial expressions that are like, how is that? Like, it's the best. Murashima should be watching this. So, you know, but they do the big, like, reversal sequences that ends in a double down after Shingo gets a lariat, you know, but his arm's a little ouchy. Superplex, magic screw from Shingo. And it always looks so weird when Zack Sabre Jr. is getting thrown around and he just lands like in this way that he does not want to be thrown around like that. And it's just, nobody really bumps quite like him. You know, it's kind of neat. So he goes for the O'Connor roll, but Shingo gets a choke and turns that into the ground cobra. Zack Sabre Jr. gets to the ropes, but made in Japan for a double down. Then a disgusting lariat from Shingo. As he's trying to get Last of the Dragon on, he just like hits this lariat. Ow, it's not good. So he gets like the pumping ground cobra thing, right? But it gets turned into a short fish out of water spot where Zack driver from Zack, but Zack can't make the pin. And this is like, we're starting to get to where we want to be in this match. We're starting to get to the magic stuff. It's so good.
I'm already loving it. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Like, what? What do you mean?
It's so fast here, too. There's like one pin's countered by a hold. It's countered by a strike, and then another hold, and it's just wonderful. Zack gets another arm stomp in here, and Shingo looks terrified. It's like, he's just doing it, man. He goes to the Noshigami, but that's countered into a Cobra Twist. But Shingo hits a DVD and a pumping bomber for another awesome double down, man. It's great. So Zack Sabre Jr. gets a choke, but Shingo gets the electric chair drop. But then Zack holds on into a triangle, and we hear 25 minutes gone as Shingo gets a Last of the Dragon here. But Zack kicks out. And no, that's very rare. It's only, we were just talking about this on the last episode, how usually Last of the Dragon, that's it, right?
Yeah, but he couldn't get the cover straight away. But yeah.
Situations, you know, where everybody's fighting spirit is at its very maximum almost, you know, that's okay, right? And that's kind of cool. So Zack kicks out of that, which is amazing. So, oh my God. Okay. So then Zack absorbs a bunch of strikes from Shingo, and then he starts hitting back with the slaps, and there's a pumping lariat from Zack and a Zack driver for 2. He turns that into a knee bar, and Shingo is absolutely fucked. And the ending of this match made me throw my hands in the air and run around screaming yes. So I was like watching this. I'm like, oh my God. So Shingo grabs Red Shoes like we've seen before. Like, no, don't call the match. Like, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. But tap, tap, tap. He just taps out, and the fucking drama of it's amazing. Zack Sabre Jr. makes it to the finals by beating Shingo, and he's going to face Tsuji. Woo! I loved it.
Yeah, I love this match. He's grabbing onto Red Shoes, Shingo, then he's screaming into his hand, but it's too much. Dude, there's a really cool spot here, and you don't know if it was planned or it was just like it was too much. What happens is, when Shingo goes down, there's too much momentum for the schoolboy that it looks like they're gonna put on. So Zack just kind of goes with it and hits a knee smash. And I'm just like, man, that's the shit right there. And they don't even redo the schoolboy is ignored. Like, what schoolboy? Dude, this is just the fake out DDT. Zack Sabre Jr. does like a bump for that. That would make El Phantasmo kind of go, nice. Like sticking up for a bit, then falling. Like, yeah. This is my shit. I don't like Never Guys tapping out, except like when it's to Zack Sabre Jr. Like there's something more believable about, like, you see him tap someone out, and I don't feel like you're any less a dude or something you tapped at the Zack Sabre Jr. I'm like, have you seen the positions he twists people up in where there's no escape and all this kind of shit? Come on.
Yeah, he had all of Shingo's limbs at this point, except for the one that he was trying to, and then had to tap with. So
I'm fairly certain he's the only guy I've seen tap out Ishii. So
yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah, I've seen him do it. No, he doesn't. But yeah, I think a verbal too. Like, that's the extra stank tap out. Fuck, man. This night was fucking awesome. It's laying the groundwork for what happens the next night. Look, I might favor this night a little more because we had 2 amazing tournament matches. Tomorrow night we're going to get the 1, so that's the only reason that I give this night that edge. The only reason, because we get 2 of these kinds of matches in this night, and the next night we only get 1. So it's not second night's fault for that. That's how the tournament's arranged, right?
Well, before we move on to the second night, though, just after the match, Tsuji comes out in his Philip Marlowe t-shirt, and he's like, "Hey, looking at you, kid," and he has a standoff with Zack Sabre Jr., and you're thinking that's going to be great, right? They shake hands. The G1 Climax theme plays. I wish it was Max to Max, but then Zack walks around in the crowd and celebrates with everybody, and that's going to be his thing, right? So it's like he's the dickhead of the people. I love it. The front man.
I love it too.
That's great. What a great night. That was the best night of the G1, I think, so far. And it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. Usually we'll swap who starts, but the match order, I want you to talk about the second match, and I think you'll absolutely crush the main event. So just let me start.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
Oh, dude.
This match is awesome.
It deserves
same insane crowd, right? The same energy as the night before, or maybe even though a little more even.
So a night's going to be good when the dads decide, you know what, we could go fun, but instead we're going to go hard. And you're just like, oh, even the dads are like, it's fucking G1 finals, bitch. Like, it's go time. All right, sweet. It's Yuji Nagata, Sho Makato, and Tiger Mask. Fuck yeah, versus Nagata's back.
Sheriffs.
Yeah, that's right, Sapphire Sheriffs, baby. They're versus Ten Cozy. Oh my god, Mr. Bread and Hiroshi Tenzan.
Yeah!
All right, fucking love it. And Ryusuke Taguchi. So cool seeing the dads, especially Bread. That's just how I roll. It looks like Tiger Mask is wearing velvet jeans. They're the color of blue jeans, but they look like they're made of velvet. And they're flared.
They're official Sapphire Sheriff pants.
He is wearing. You're totally right.
Come on.
And this is fucking a great time. And I look at this and I'm like, I know at least one guy is going to go hard in this match, and it's Sho Makato, because like young lion, of course, and he does. He goes fucking hard. And then, like, Mr. Bread and Satoshi Kojima and Nagata tag in. Man, there must have been a lot of nostalgia feels for a lot of people in the crowd, right? Because they just fucking go, and I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go for this. So there's a fucking even machine gun chops on Tiger, fucking Nagata gets Nagata like 1 on Bread, and then Nagata like 2 on him as well. Oh,
but he's doing the bar, right? And he's about to fucking, about to do the trance, and Tenzon breaks it up, and the crowd boos Tenzon.
Oh yeah. So, and another spot where
I love that.
Kojima has Tiger Mask down, and he goes, and the crowd's like, "Yeah, get him, get that bastard," or whatever. And then like Nagata comes in and makes a save or something like that. Fucking yeah, fuck yeah. Oh my god! But it's one of those matches where everyone kind of gets their shit in. They might not get like all their catchphrases, all their kind of little moments and stuff. They know what to do. They know what to do. Come on. There's but Taguchi and Shomakato finish off the match. Ankle lock on Shomakato, and Taguchi wins. This is a way to start. This is like kind of like, let's start in Luke's happy place. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Well, and by wrestling rules, Kato had to lose because he challenged Tenzon to start the match.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, "Fuck you, old man." Like, you talking to me? You can't be talking to me. Look at me.
Not even the oldest one here. He's the oldest. You're tagging with the oldest 54-year-old.
Oh, that was tremendous. And you know what else is tremendous, Luke? Is this next match, which is Taichi, my favorite, versus Murashima. We live inside his dream. We must, because his dream is to wrestle Taichi. And Taichi sings to Murashima. It really is his dream. Also, Murashima must be dreaming because he gets some offense in on Taichi, which is, so Taichi kicks Murashima's fucking ass, which is also a dream of mine. And there's a single leg grab with the knee on poor Murashima's neck. He gets to the ropes, but just barely. Taichi is being very mean, as he should be. But, I mean, it's his discretion, right? He's allowed to do that. That's within his, scope of power there. So, of
absolutely.
Course. But Murashima is very lucky because Murashima gets a few drop kicks in, and I was like, what is this? He tries to grab Taichi, which is fucking absurd. It's like one of the most absurd things could ever happen. He gets like a couple roll-ups, like, whoa, maybe, but Taichi's just playing with his food. So, dangerous suplex. He's dead. Taichi goes right to the back, too. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, Murashima doesn't dream small.
No!
Come on, he dreams big. And he dreams of grabbing Taichi. Oh, my God.
Tremendous, man.
Oh, we're like... I'm in my happy place. I just saw the dads have a go, and they're going a lot harder than I thought they would. And then the next match, I'm like, oh wow, I'm happy. So it's gonna be fucking over the moon.
That's hilarious. Thank you,
yeah,
New Japan, for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Fun shit.
And next we have Konosuke Takeshita and Francesco Akira versus Mikey Nichols and Robbie Eagles. Robbie does a tope so fast, and he almost goes through a fucking table over the railing.
You think it was the same table?
Yeah, it might be.
Oh man, maybe it survived.
He kind of like slides over the wrestler's back, past the railing, and lands on the table, which doesn't break. I'm like, oh fucking hell!
I think we know which table that was.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god! So that's 2, right?
Our strong little guy, Yes,
that's right. Oh my goodness! There's a missile drop kick Death Valley driver combo by Robbie Eagles and Mikey Nichols, which is fucking cool as fuck, dude. I forgot this about Mr. Mikey Nichols, but I really love him when he's against all the big tough meaty guys because. He's also one of those, and him and Takeshita, he just fucking goes at Takeshita, and Takeshita's like, oh, okay, let's go. And that's fucking great. There's one point where Robbie Eagles launches himself at Takeshita, and Takeshita kind of holds him up and then just throws him across the ring.
Was nuts, man.
Oh my god. The 4 men in this match are going fucking hard. The fucking story takeaway from this match is also Takeshita showing that he's got Akira's back and kind of calling plays and all that kind of stuff. So he's being like a team player with the Empire guys, right?
I don't trust him.
No, right. Maybe you should have done that earlier in the tournament, and that way when House of Torture was stomping your ass, they might have come out and helped you. But there's this slam from Mikey Nichols and a kick to Akira's face by Robbie Eagles, and he pins Akira. Oh my god, Akira gets pretty close. I thought he's going to get the pin on Robbie Eagles, but I forgot he's got like a title from another company or something like that. And also a look, this is just planting the seeds here because it's fun. TMDK night, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Strap the fuck in.
Well, what you're talking about with Akira too, like, I don't know, man. Like, he was wrestling that match like it was the last match he's ever gonna have.
Yeah,
like,
right. What's going on here?
Flying all over the place. I was like, my god.
He's not leaving anything for the swim home, man. Like, everyone knows it's G1 finals. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Great wrestler. So next we have just 3 guys: Taka, Sonata, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion,
I love saying
Doki,
that.
versus Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, and Ishimori, which is a great team, by the way. So,
oh my god,
the champ and the challenger, they wrestle each other, and there's massive Doki chants, and Doki almost gets the suplex de la Luna. He almost gets it. That close, almost fucked you up there. You know, you always got to show the other wrestler how close it was too. Yeah. You know,
like get smart, missed it by that much.
Yeah, our buddy Sean the Ref used to say super close. He'd say, or he'd do that when he'd go super close like that. So anyway, all right. So they do cool fish. Oh, what we got? He almost gets a suplex de la Luna. They do the cool fish out of water spot too. Drill and Sonata are in next, and War Dog Jr.'s team up on Taka. They beat the fuck out of him for a while. And after many near hot tags are foiled, yes, our hero Doki gets a big dive. He tags in, gets a big dive on Ishimori. Sonata is also there. And in the end, unfortunately, there's a bloody cross on Taka for the win. I thought that was fun. We got a big announcement after this, too.
Yeah. I like this. I mean, like, you're just setting up this feud. You want Doki to be like the underdog. Because he is the underdog, even though he's the confident champion, right? Because yeah, he's beaten Hiromu, but twice now. But how many times attempts did it take? He's beaten Despy finally. How many times did that take? And Ishimori is like the last of the fucking top guy juniors for him, right? Oh, fuck, I love this story.
That's true.
Man, a part of me even loves it if like Ishimori wins and then Doki just chases that motherfucker, and then now he's a 2-time.
As long as he's in the title
picture, man.
Right?
The fucking story's there, man. The story possibility, they're there. I love it. Royal Quest 4 gets announced, so
October.
That's going to be exciting for everyone. Hopefully Ian's like rubbing his hands like this, going, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to go to that."
Yeah, it's like across the street from where he lives or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so here we go. This is a match that lulls me into a false sense of security here because it's the fisherman, that's Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto with Tomoaki Honma, and they're wrestling against David Finlay, Jake Lee, and Gabe Kidd.
Wow, that's a team right there.
Like, I really like this match, but I'm kind of also watching it like I'm just waiting for Honma to lose, you know, because at no point watching this did I ever anticipate this. Like, I thought it might be the other Bishamon guy who does it, not the Bishamon guy who eventually does it in the final. So, you know, you see Honma and you can't help but feel that motherfucker is losing.
Aww.
You just
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know. I love Honma, but I like seeing Jake Lee and Gabe work with Honma as well. Like, I don't know, man. If you can work with Honma, you're happy. You make me happy.
I have a note right in here. It says Jake Lee works well with Honma. Luke.
Yeah.
It says.
I don't know why
Yeah.
everyone, but if you're a wrestler that can work well with Homer, I'm not saying Homer's bad, but come on, he had a broken neck. His way he moves is
He took
limited.
the Green Killer.
Yeah, well,
That's the
he
most
almost got
devastating
Green
move of
fucking killed.
wrestlers.
So if you can work entertainingly with him, I'm like, you're getting over with me. That yeah, you're damn right. That should be. That's definitely in my
great.
notes.
I love it.
And you get to the final stretch here, and you're like, all right, this might be a good moment for either Jake or Gabe to pin one of the fisherman guys to kind of solidify the fucking Mad Bastards tag team. But I guess they don't need solidifying because they seem over as fuck already. And I get something a little interesting and might make the internet explode because it's Yoshihashi and apparently David Finley's like it's controversial or whatever. But I think he's in the home stretch. I'm like, all right, you're going to tag in the Homer at any moment now or something. I'm like, you're going to lose. But no, he gets in his crucifix move pin thing. He's Rosita Mente heavy style on David Finley. That's more shocking a win that for me than like
Wow.
a match coming up. But
that's disrespectful.
It's a shocking win. It is, but I'm also kind of interested. Why not?
I think it's funny,
Yeah.
So and I mean Yoshihashi needs something to do, right?
Yeah.
And if it's honestly, okay, like without joking, seriously, getting Yoshihashi away from Goto is better for New Japan. Splitting those guys apart from each other is better for New Japan. That's what I think. So yeah, that's what I really think about that.
I feel like their tag teams run its course a bit as well. Like if Goto is going to tag with someone in the future, I know you're going to hate this idea, but like imagine him and Ishii tagging. That's going to be some never tag.
That would be great. That'd be way better.
Yeah. All right. Because Ishii's probably is in that spot of winding down in the tags and stuff a lot more now. So it's not as if we're gonna get like that one last mega Ishii push or anything. I guess
maybe but probably not. He's getting it right now. Maybe in America. So
yeah. So yeah, and of course. What do you do after you pin a champion? Yoshi's going to grab the title. When the gauntlet's been thrown, when the challenger picks up the title and then hands it to the other guy, Yoshihashi's called his spot. Of course he would. Yeah. He's also never held a singles title, so I kind of get nervous, but I'm just like, look, he can have maybe a singles title at some point, as long as it's not the never title. I don't care.
He is not never.
But
can never be.
But if you want to set this title up as being like the new Intercontinental title, no offense, Yoshihashi, but I'll probably leave it on Mr. Finley. And you know what I mean? Well, the leader of Bullet Club.
Yeah, we're gonna get to see Bullet Club beat the fuck out of Yoshihashi a lot, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for that word anyway. But all right, next week we have Shota Umino, Tanahashi, Bolton Oleg, and Yano. With ELP. Also, ELP is in the match with them versus House of Torture. All of them. And the whole babyface team appear with Shota on the second level. And I don't know if you can see him, Luke. There's all kinds of load-bearing skeletons. And they were there, and they were very appreciative of seeing them. And Shota Umino gets over with a literal baby and a bunch of load-bearing skeletons. So that was good times. But
more babies in the crowds now that Arch is gone.
That's true. Mr. Moisture's gone. So ELP gives Evo gives ELP a House of Torture shirt to begin the match, right? And House of Torture attack everybody but ELP, who takes a powder to consider this offer in like kind of a really bad wrestling drama because he just goes, to be or not to be, and just wanders off into the crowd while his friends are getting their ass kicked, right? So it's kind of shitty. But Shota's beckoning ELP like a dog, like, come on, boy, come on. And if he wants to join him in beating up House of Torture, but ELP isn't sure. House of Torture used this distraction to take over and beat the fuck out of everybody. and they beat up Yano. ELP stays in like a neutral corner, which is a nice touch that he's in the neutral corner. There's 2 neutral corners, and he's in one of them, kind of like thinking about it. That's a nice touch. So Bars gets a hot tag, and he hits all kinds of power moves. The Ace tags in, and the place goes fucking crazy. Tanahashi tags in. They're like, "Oh my god, he's wrestling!" And ELP walks up the steps and like keeps thinking about putting the House of Torture T-shirt on. Kenta Sato gets bumped on accident by the Ace, and it's really funny. There's a pimp cane, Spanner, Suntory. It's all going on, right? But ELP slides in, attacks Kanemaru for a big pop. House of Torture fool ELP into thinking Tanahashi hit him though with the belt. So Dick Togo.
I love that. That was great.
That was funny.
Such fucking assholes.
Like, how dare you, Tanahashi, hit me with the belt? That man that's known for hitting friends in the back with belts.
Yeah, man.
But I like it. So
everyone betrays Tanahashi, not the other way around.
Dick Togo hits a pedigree and a top rope senton on Tanahashi. Low blow on the Ace from Evil, and he pins the President. This is happening. After the match, Luke, ELP is set up by House of Torture to hit Tanahashi with a chair, and Jado tries to intervene. And I'm thinking, let the hatred flow through you, right?
Yeah.
ELP, just hit him with a chair, but he hugs Jado instead. And guess what happens? Push up bra! He gets murdered. Oh, that was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like he also takes the bullet for Jado getting a fucking shot in the face too.
Probably.
So, and then he gets carried off by Shooter and Jado at the end of it. So, look, man, I guess that like you can't have more than one of those like Japanese junior guys on one team. Just 5 guys has Taka. Hontai has Jado. Bullet Club has Gato. I guess you can't have 2 of them on one side or something, because it might have been maybe where I was like, maybe Gato's going to go over there, Jado's going to go over there, and we can have like ELP more with Shooter, I guess, there or something. I don't know. Whatever I wanted from the ELP story, I sort of got it. Like, I like the Shooter stuff. Like, I'm interested to see where he goes with Shooter, because Shooter's the first dude that's not Jado to be like, hey, we're friends. Let's do this.
Jeff Cobb tried. You know, but he wanted to wrestle a match instead.
Yeah, what a douchebag. How dare you? So I don't know. But I do love that moment where such sneaky House of Torture shit. It made me laugh just seeing the ELP cop it in the back with the Never title, and then they hand it to Tanahashi. And all right, it's silly to think that Tanahashi hit you with the title, but the fact that like House of Torture kind of set that up, I was like, it's might have worked better with Jado in that spot, but yeah, even still, like, I don't know, that was well executed. That was really nice. So yeah, but the more interesting thing for me in this story is President versus President, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting it. So I'm enjoying that.
You're going to be rooting against Evil for that too, which is going to be interesting. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I'm just going to have a fun time anyway. That's the thing, though. Like, I like to boo them because that's their job. They want to be booed, man. Like,
because that's their job.
If I'm not booing them, they're doing something wrong, and they do legitimately piss me off sometimes. See, Ren Narita versus Hanare.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. All right. Speaking of Hanare, let's go to the semi-main event. We've got the Great Khan on the cob with Hanare and Callum Newman. And they're wrestling against Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, and Bushi. All right. So
Bushi's mask. You see Bushi's mask? What the fuck? It's bonkers, man. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, he paid a little extra for this new mask.
That was the deluxe one. Yeah.
Can you deluxe this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Is that what this mask maker sounds like? Okay.
Oh yeah. Give up. It's yeah, give up. Deluxe, deluxe, deluxe. All
I
right.
like it.
Charity's watching this. She's watching this from, I guess, when Ishimori was out to the end. So she watched the second half with me and all that kind of stuff. So that made it even more fun because she doesn't watch that much New Japan, but she's like, well, it seems like a big night, and she likes Zack Sabre Jr. and Yota Tsuji. So like,
There you go. It's a good night for her.
there are marquee matchups for casuals, people. This night has one of them. All right, so this match is setting up all sorts of shit. One of the things I wrote a note on that I thought they might be setting up, and I kind of like they went a different way, which we'll talk about after the main event. But I thought like Cobb Shingo TV title this time. Cobb's the champ and Shingo's the challenger.
I like that. That'd be fun.
But I think we're going in a different direction because he's wrestling another LIJ guy over the TV title, which we'll talk about. Oh, it's Yota Tsuji. I guess you can figure it out.
Really?
All right. I'm watching this match.
Because Yoshihashi fucked up my other plan of Tsuji going after Finley. That's right.
And I'm telling Charity how nervous I am about the Hanare Hiromu stuff. And she's like, it's really good though. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing. And she's like, haven't you mentioned this before? I'm like, yeah. But you know, I really like Hanare and Hiromu wins a lot. But this match here, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just in super mega G1 finals mode, or maybe I'm just really excited about a feud between the United Empire and Los Ingobernables de Japón, because this match like fully sold me on Hiromu versus Hanare, because like Hanare's like, I'm the fucking strong one. You want to go never with me? I can fuck you up. And you see that like kicks, fucking gnarly strikes, and Hiromu's like, oh, okay. But also, see Hanare's chest at the end of this match?
Yeah, it's all fucked up. Right?
Nice fucking shade of purple. Oh, you think I'm just a junior guy? I can fucking chop.
Great.
Fucking awesome. And also, I'm also an LIJ guy. So what, you think I'm just going to do one thing to beat you? No, I'm going to be a fucking sneaky little slippery bastard too. Because not only does he roll up Hanare, he rolls up Hanare for a fucking 10 count.
It's true.
And Hanare's face is just absolute shock. Like, oh my God, I just lost. Like, I don't think there's any shame in losing to junior guys. It's wrestling, right? I've seen Rey Mysterio beat how many fucking massive dudes? Like, who gives a shit? But it's big in Japan. Yeah, so it's big in Japan. But if there was ever a guy who had that crossover appeal of a junior beating heavyweights like Kenta did in Noah, it's Hiromu, right? And I've already seen him beat Ishii. It was fucking awesome. I've seen him beat Yano in one of the best Yano matches of all time, the elevator spot, elevator countout. I know that it's not a big time main event stuff, but it
was for us at that time,
dude. So I don't know. Now my brain's like, all right, Hanare's in the top spot wrestling against the top guy now. All right, tell your story. I'm in. Let's go. So I am I was a bit nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't want Hanare to lose it this soon. But there's lots of other cool shit in this, by the way. Shingo Cobb, fucking magical. We get awesome shit between Great Khan and Naito, and even the commentators are explaining like, hey, yeah, sure, other people beat Naito in the tournament. Shingo was one of them, by the way. But Great Khan's got a title, a champion who has a lesser title beat your fucking main title champion, and that's the story they're going with. And well, Shingo doesn't need to wrestle Naito. Like, come on, Great Khan needs that rub. Shingo's the top guy. Yeah. Great Khan's getting this fucking Naito. Oh my God, I love it. So yes, and the Empire are getting the LIJ rub, and they don't seem to have a proper leader. No, sorry, TJP. But yes.
He's wrestling Naito on the Capital Collision, so that'll be something that happens. But I'm excited by all this. Right, this is all cool shit, man. And you know, it's not just the Hanare Hiromu thing; it's also that Great Khan is feuding with the top guy in New Japan, which is big time.
God.
So Naito spits in his face and throws the title after the match. He's like, "Hey, you want this? Go get it." Put spits in his face. It was great.
Oh, he also walks out the back. He also keeps doing this, Naito, like the behind the arms.
Yeah, that's part of like their mini feud that's always happened. Is that Naito makes fun of his like parade rest, formation or whatever.
Because this is what Great Khan's going to do at the start of the singles match.
Mm-hmm.
While Naito takes even longer to take off all his clothes.
Great Khan doesn't care. He can wait.
Yeah.
He's waited this long.
He'll get his claws on him. Oh my god, it's gonna be fun.
But Luke, every G1 Climax, including 34, must have someone ringside, or it is not official at the finals. And so we hear some shitty music, and Masahiro Chono is here, the man that retired Great Muta. And it's not an official G1 Climax without him, like I said. So he gets the mic, and you think he's going to give a big speech every year. It's like, here we go. And he's like, this is the G1 Climax. I'm Chono. 34! It's it. And so he goes and sits down, and everyone looks at the back of his head. And we get these awesome, this like video package where we see like montage of all of Zack Sabre Jr.'s victories and how unstoppable he's been. And we see the chair tantrum as well.
How he used to be to how he is now. The contrast of his journey. Like, it was good. Doesn't matter what language you speak. Like, the video tells you the whole story. Oh, it's so good.
And so Tsuji's story was a little more like about him and Yuya, kind of, because they showed the deadbolt suplex, and that was kind of like part of what it built up to. And it was like, it's more about that. Like he's tradition almost, And Luke, do you want to talk about that now? About like who has won G1 Climaxes and who hasn't?
Neither of these men have won the G1 Climax.
Correct, but I mean,
so look, I don't know much of what wrestling Twitter thought going into this main event. Like, did they think it was a predictable finale like I did Sanada Kota Ibushi that year, or were they like me, who had absolutely no idea which way they would go? Because Zack Sabre Jr. will say this in his comments, and I've been echoing this. Like, dude's been here this whole time, like working his fucking ass off. Like, he's built to this, and he says in his comments, like, this isn't a stepping stone for me to go to another company. Like, this was the destination. This New Japan, like Japan, wrestling here. I'm that's his where he's always wanted to wrestle. So there's that. But also only one non-Japanese wrestler has won the G1 Climax, and that's Kenny Omega. Very deserving. Fucking awesome G1 Climax match. But it's very rare, right? And Yota Tsuji did win the New Japan Cup. So for me, going into this match, I wanted Zack bad, but I could see them putting it on the Japanese guy easily.
Right. Yeah. That's a wild, that was an interesting point. You brought that up to me a while ago, and I was like, that's wild. I had no idea that Kenny Omega was the only guy, because I think I feel like I just watched it in Japanese back then when he won, but I'm not sure. I didn't. That's just something wild to think about. But so there's a lot of kind of reasons why one guy could win or one guy could not win. That makes it really fun to watch. But it's the G1 Climax Finals. It's Zack Sabre Jr. versus Yota Tsuji. There's a bunch of fans in the crowd with Union Jacks, and Zack Sabre Jr. again has the watery eyes. He's finally here. He's looking around, and his face says, "Fucking finally," but like in that way that's like humble, So
yeah, I don't see his face and think he's winning. I see his face, and he's just like, "Oh my god,
I'm enjoying this moment," right?
Yeah.
So TMDK are out there for support, right? And Chono sits next to Tenzan on commentary. Tenzan doesn't look that super happy about it. He's kind of like, "I'm the vet over here. Get out of here." So, but
he's keeping kayfabe because they were used to be rivals, right? So yeah.
But we see that on commentary, and that's like letting us know shit's about to go down. Red Shoes, he says cheers or even, right? and this is going to be a long one, I feel like. So there's a very long feeling out process that must happen in a big match like this, and they do that. Tsuji starts chopping Zack Sabre Jr. a lot. And Zack Sabre Jr. starts some fuck your arm. He gets a homie arm whip. And Zack breaks Tsuji's arm in many ways. And the challenger gets very worried. But Zack Sabre Jr. does terrible things to Tsuji's arm for quite some time. It's awful. But every time he does something bad, the crowd chants Yoda even louder. It's amazing. So Tsuji hits a huge suplex and he gets a backbreaker, but he says fuck the knee part because I think they just went too hard on it. He just was like, I'll throw you over there. That's backbreaking, but then he hits a monster dive and Zack Sabre Jr. bumps over the guardrails in that weird way that only him and his long, lanky, weird body can do. It's so weird. So, oh man. Well, Tsuji's kind of focusing on Zack's midsection because that's always been his weakness, So that's what he's doing. And Zack gets the neck crank for a double down type spot here. He gets the Cobra twist on and starts grinding Tsuji in the side with his elbow. But there's an Alabama slam! And Tsuji, he gets a big lariat. But Zack Sabre Jr.'s up at 1. Orange Crush, but that's for 2. Tsuji lands his first curb stomp of the match right here. And he tries a superplex, but Zack Sabre Jr. pulls Tsuji's arm first over the ropes and then hits a top rope double stomp that looks scary as fuck. Like, okay, if you're watching on YouTube, it's like if he's holding onto the ropes, he holds on for too long and like the leg hits him and it goes, and then it goes down and it's like, oh no. It was terrifying. And plus, when does Zack Sabre Jr. jump off the top rope for any reason ever? That was crazy. So I love that. Anyway, so Tsuji has the problem that every wrestler that has to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. in a situation like this where they have an injured limb, they have to get near Zack Sabre Jr. to attack him. But that also brings them closer to Zack Sabre Jr., who will just snap their fucking broken arm and break it off even more. So
you just wish you could cheese it like in a video game and throw shit at him from a distance or something.
Right. There's no sniper rifle, in New Japan. So but there's all kinds of Yoda chants as Zack Sabre Jr. just beats the fucking shit out of Tsuji. Oh man. Surprise jumping like knee that from Tsuji. It floors Zack Sabre Jr. Tsuji hits another curb stomp like right here. Euro clutch out of nowhere from 2. Huge German suplex from Zack Sabre Jr., but he celebrates and Tsuji sneaks in a blast of his colonizer genes. And so they kind of know each other. They kind of, let's see here. They kind of talk to each other, I guess, as they both get up and get ready to slug it the fuck out. Oh, yeah. So they're just talking shit. As they get up, they're like, oh, so that's what we're doing. Well, we're going to do this now, and so they just start punching the shit out of each other and slapping the shit out of each other. And it's awesome. Tsuji gets a body shot in and hits this swinging like orange crush thingy, which is, he's got like 3 of those, right? So,
oh my God, they're so good.
He's like commits a war cry, not warm crime, but war cry from Tsuji. And he hits a springboard double stomp. There's a gene blast, but it's countered into a full Fujiwara armbar, and the crowd's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" He gathers the other arm, but Tsuji picks him up, power bomb, but big knee. All right, and then another for a 2 count. He slaps. Oh, Zack Sabre Jr. starts slapping the shit out of Tsuji. Those are answered by a headbutt from Tsuji. Then here we go, second rope swinging like orange crush thing. That was nuts from Tsuji. He gets a 2 count. He's going for the deadbolt suplex, right? Here he's got to get it, but no. Zack goes to the arm, but then Yoda Tsuji turns that into a Yoda driver for 2. And this is when we're like really getting into the magic time right here. Like from here on out, it's the best wrestling you can
mean just
see,
now?
Right?
That's like the last night, right? When I'm like, just now? But you're right. The match is to this point has been just fucking amazing. I've already I remember at this point, several points in this match, like Charity knows Zack Sabre can go, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, he's a star, isn't he? Meaning Yoda Tsuji, and she's like, yeah, absolutely, yeah, dude, he's got it, dude. Oh fuck, man.
Well, as I'm realizing the magic's happening, Zach gets a bunch of like fancy pins and he gets a PK, and then another one, and then like he goes for the Zach driver, but Stun Dog Millionaire from Suji, right? And then Zach catches Suji and starts working him into a pretzel. He has both arms. Now he's got one of his legs. Now he has all four limbs, and Suji finally has to answer the question that Red Shoes has been asking. And he gives up. Zack Sabre Jr. wins G1 Climax 34! And I get up and run around the room with my finger in the air. It was amazing.
You know what? That episode where Hanare lost to Ren, but then later on I saw a match, main event, that was amazing. I can't remember quite what it was. I can look it up now, but I'm not going to. I loved that episode because it just showed me, like, I was just like, I'm still really passionate about this shit. I'm really invested about New Japan and what they do and the wrestlers in it. Like, oh man, like it, you know, like, it's fun to talk about it with you. You're a bro, but it's also that extra amazingness of like, man, I'm still just, I fucking love this. I love it. So if I don't like something, I'm gonna fucking go. But when I do love something, man, they've made me fucking cry 3 times this year, motherfuckers. Doki winning the junior title. Like, are you serious?
Just wait.
Hanari winning the Never title. What the fuck?
Wait till he loses the Never title.
Oh, dude, really that's the thing about people winning titles. You know they're going to lose the titles, right? But I'm just going to enjoy the ride for however long they both have those belts for. And now Zack Sabre Jr. wins the G1 Climax. He's also the first person to win it by submission since Tenzan.
Nice. Tenzan's probably pissed off about that.
Chono hands fucking Zack Sabre Jr. the trophy and the flag, and lots of bowing by both, man. Like, the match is just amazing. It's fucking art. And I don't think a G1 finals ever hit me this hard before. And I enjoy G1 Climax finals. They're usually fucking amazing matches, but they never usually feature they feature always amazing wrestlers, yes, but never really one of my guys that I'm just fucking like always loving, always praising, like always doing creative shit, creative finishes, man. And then I was so worried too, because this isn't like real sports where a guy has a win streak so good that it doesn't matter what happens. Like, all the money's going on this motherfucker, right? This is scripted sports, and it's Japan. You just never know, man. And he wins, and I'm over the fucking moon. And the match is just fucking incredible. Yoda Tsuji, I think, come on, man. He's a fucking star. You don't lose anything by tapping out in such a big moment to Zack Sabre Jr. in this. It's the G1 final. Oh. If he's ever going to tap a top guy out, like, come on, make it be that. Like,
going to the finals is almost as good as winning. Almost, you know.
Yeah. And I'm just so, man, and the match is so fucking incredible. You mentioned one spot where one of them overshoots, but it doesn't matter. That happened in the Shingo match, and they both just roll with it. Like, they said, the commentators like to say that Zack Sabre Jr. doesn't have a game plan. He likes to feel it out like it's jazz and stuff, but you kind of get the feeling like that there is a lot of truth to that, even though, like, he's probably going like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we did this with this spot and spot, you know, of course, beforehand.
Well, you can't call, you know, get into this position. Now we're into an armbar. Now we're into this. Now we're into that. You can't call that. You just fucking do it. And that's the thing. Some guys can do that. He obviously can do it on a level that's kind of beyond what most wrestlers are capable of, and he brings everybody along the way. And Tsuji is fantastic as well. You know, he can do a lot of other things that Zack Sabre Jr. can't. So
we'll talk about what Zack Sabre Jr. does after this, like an announcement he makes. But I just want to ask you this: do you think his TV title run was because you know how amazing that run was, right? Do you think that was like a big test to like, hey, let's test the waters with a singles run with Zack Sabre Jr. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean,
an amazing run. He put that belt on the map, and he's made it important. When Cobb fought, I know he lost it, then won it again with the Tanahashi stuff, but then like Jeff Cobb now has it, and that kind of rivalry. Like, there's a bit of shine on that TV title. It's fucking, and that's established because of what Zack Sabre Jr. did.
Yeah, he's the man that made that belt, right? So, I don't know what that has to do with what's going on now, other than it was just a step in the road,
Yeah, but like, I felt like that's proof, like, that this guy can not only hold a title, he can carry it and make it something and take it to a height. I was going to say new heights, but that was a new title. You know what I mean? To really good heights.
Well, that's Yoshihashi's t-shirts or something,
I like that aim high on his shirt is in the fucking smallest font ever.
What a nerd.
What's it say?
What a nerd.
What?
I mean, think about the he was in Suzuki-gun, right? Suzuki-gun, he was tagging with Tai Chi. That's when he really became the guy that he is now. He won the tag titles a million times, right? Then the next logical step was some kind of singles title. It took a while, but here we are. In the meantime, they gave him the New Japan Cup 2-3 times. How many times did he win that? Yeah. So, he's gotten stuff. It's just this is the first time he's getting titles, and it's nice because the guy is tremendous. He's one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. You always know, especially in these huge moments like this, he's going to deliver on a level that you're not really sure how it's going to work, but it's going to be great. He gets the flag and the trophy, like you said. There's some respect from Tsuji, and then he goes into the crowd. He cusses a bunch on the mic, and then he goes into the crowd and everything, and it's so great. But what did you think of his announcement that he's going to forgo his title shot and he just wants to wrestle Tai Chi at the Tokyo Dome in the main event?
Does Zack Sabre Jr. also have ADHD? Because, like, look, apparently that thing of the champion challenging at Wrestle Kingdom, that was started by Okada in 2012. So it hasn't always been a thing. But I think it's always guaranteed him a title shot, but it's never like. And Zack Sabre Jr. have ADHD because, like, man, that's 6 months. You mean the champion? That's another free 6 months for that champion to have that belt, pretty much, right? How often does the champion lose in that 6 months? Like, I've never seen it since I started watching New Japan. I've only seen the contract change hands once too, and love you, Switchblade, but so he calls it. He's like, October, King of Pro Wrestling. I want in this same building.
Oh,
I want Naito in or whoever's the champ, because he goes, I don't care. Taichi doesn't have a title shot. Will you relax a second? It could still happen with Taichi. Just chill. It's all right. But Zack Sabre Jr. is like, I don't want to win the title at Wrestle Kingdom. I want to walk into Wrestle Kingdom with the title. Yes, and wrestle Taichi. Shut the fuck up. But, like, he must have that ADHD thing. I'm like, 6 months away? Fuck, man, that's fucking ages. Let's make the summer, like, all right, it's summer for me. Let's make the next 6 months more interesting. So now you can still have Naito in the top guy spot at Wrestle Kingdom with or without the title. Probably with, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Hey, look, the G1 Climax winner doesn't always win the title, and hey, I think he'll be the champion at some point. Zack Sabre Jr.
I feel like you're right.
Like, I don't, unless you're Goto, most G1 winners win the title.
It's true.
So, yeah. So he wants it then, and he also wants to go to England with the fucking as champion. So Royal Quest is happening after. That doesn't mean that's going to happen, but
maybe a rematch might happen there too. Yeah. You never know. So
absolutely. So anything can happen. I like it. Why do you always have to stick to tradition? Absolutely every time. Let's mix it up a bit. Let's not make the road to Wrestle Kingdom crystal clear this year. Let's put a bit of mystery. Let's put a bit of build up and interest behind it. I like it. I do feel like that match could carry a Wrestle Kingdom main event, though. Absolutely.
Oh, totally. I agree.
What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea to do it a bit sooner? Maybe
I like that. I'm not mad. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't. I do hate holding pattern stories, as we talked about. And a
There we
lot of
go.
times that'll happen, and somebody comes in, there's like a three-way feud, but it's like, So I'd rather, this is cool. We're moving things along a little quicker, and I think quicker is better right now because I think the cycle of storylines could go a little faster in New Japan. I wouldn't be mad,
No, I agree. And you might see a bit more of that now that tournament season's over and we're heading into the Destruction Tour, which I hope doesn't start until midway through next month.
It's our busy time, Destruction Tour. This is our busy time, so better be ready.
When does Destruction actually start?
It's like the actual show's on like September 29th or something. Then there's a bunch of shows in between with all kinds of title shots and stuff, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so around the 8th of September. So that's like that's what? That's a couple weeks off. Man, that's really nice. And you've got your vacation, so you fucking earn the shit out of that. So I'm happy for you double, man. You got the cathartic release of, hey, we've just finished another G1 Climax. I want to ask you the question and beat you to it this time, motherfucker. What did you think, now that it's over, of the G1 Climax? A 34. Have we done that?
Well, Luke, I liked it quite a bit. It's not my favorite G1 Climax. I don't think it's anywhere close match quality style, but it had great stories, and we did get awesome matches. There's no doubt about that. I think that this is like a classic rebuilding type situation for New Japan right now.
Yeah.
But they're making the most out of it, and I really enjoy it. And I am absolutely a New Japan apologist and pretty much like anything they do. So I really like this, but like, it's fun. The accomplishment of it is also fun. This is what, our 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th. I don't know how many it is we've covered. It's a lot, but here we are. And this is always a challenge. So this is the 5th one, right? Yeah. So our 5th G1 in a row. It's always a challenge. We did it. We both survived. We have our sanity still and, other faculties.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some.
No, I thought it was an amazing roller coaster. I'm so happy we didn't look too far. We stuck to our usual thing of not looking too far ahead. And I think this might be match quality or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I do agree with you. Maybe I don't. But I think this might be one of my favorite G1s because just my reaction to it, just this whole tournament. I love the start, and that's not uncommon. But then, like, the middle of the tournament, I'm still into it. 3/4 into the tournament, I'm still into it. I have nitpicks. That's it. Nitpicks. That's it. Then we get to the final, and I'm like, I still love it. Like, I haven't had a complaint rant yet. What the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, like, I don't know, man. It's like they didn't write this fully for me because I would have definitely put Tenario for a lot more. But, that's me and the Never title. Come on. I'm biased. Absolutely. I understand that. But I felt like, yeah, this was my G1. They wrote it for me. And one of my boys won. Oh my fucking. Yeah. So, yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Hey, man.
But I'm fucking glad it's over.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a little break, programming note. We're not going to cover Capital Collision or whatever the fuck it is. You guys watch the Mercedes Monets. You'll enjoy it a lot, but we're not gonna. So I'm excited to have a little bit of time off from the podcast, but at the same time, we'll be back, and we got there is some notes we got all kinds of cool shows coming up. Like, for example, there's a new United Empire member that's going to debut. His name's Jacob Austin Young, and I think we've seen him before, so he's not really debuting. But there's a couple shows that have Mad Bastards versus Ishii and Hanma. There's a bunch of venues I don't recognize, so there's going to be a bunch of new Google reviews, and we are going to have all of your favorite wrestler diaries going forward on the episodes coming up. There's a 20 wrestler Rambo on one of these shows. There's newish young lions getting to wrestle at probably dark matches, but we'll see. There's an LIJ versus LIJ match where X is involved. We'll see what happens with that. And Taichi.
Oh, that made me laugh a second time. Mr. Guy sent me these notes before we started recording, and
We don't write shit.
and one of his notes just simply was like Taichi. That's it. Taichi will be on this tour. That's all. That's like it's pretty much all they needed to announce for you, really. Taichi will be around.
Everyone's
cool.
Tickets. Yeah, where do I sign? You
know? Yeah. Oh my goodness. And what a ride. And you know, I'm glad the ride is over because it's a lot of shows and I can start watching TV again.
What are you gonna watch first?
I want to watch that fucking Anthony Hopkins Roman show, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
And also you told me they're making a new season of Spartacus, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, Charity hasn't seen that either. And you know, so fucking watch some Rome stuff, maybe.
Hell yeah, man. You know, House of Asher. I mean, there's always HBO's Rome, the greatest Rome show. And, you know, of course, there's I, Claudius, which is also tremendous. So,
dude, I, Claudius is just like, oh my god, the old BBC miniseries you're talking about, right? With Brian Blessed, awesome. Fucking Patrick Stewart, fucking like Derek Jacobi. Dude, that is a fucking piece of art right there. Like,
I have it on DVD.
Timeless.
I can see it from here.
Dude, fucking that. You watch, anyone who hasn't seen that, like, put it on, watch it. It's amazing. And just look at the cast that fucking show has.
Oh, and look at the blocking. The best blocking of any like cheapo TV show you'll ever see in your life, man. The blocking.
Oh yeah, this show had a classic Doctor Who budget, maybe a little more, but you know, that kind of feel. But it doesn't matter because this whole thing is like filmed like some kind of like play style,
right?
You know, like these are done by fucking stage actor guys who cut their teeth doing fucking Shakespeare plays and shit like that.
And they're like, let me try this camera out, and it's amazing. You know,
dude,
but
you've got the guy in it who's like, Gordon's alive.
Yeah,
you know,
it's that guy.
Brian Blessed, and he's like, that's the thing where he's walking up and down, like, and all the people who have had sex with his wife or something, and it's just like, oh my god,
or his daughter. Yes, he's like,
oh yeah, that's all right, that's right. Yeah, I, Claudius is amazing. Oh my god, yeah, I don't think Charity's seen that. Fuck.
I mean, yes, HBO's Rome's better. But like, I, Claudius is fucking.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. Yeah, it's a bit. It's got that. Yeah. All right. Oh, so there you go. That's pretty much what I want to dig into now that I've got my nights free. I want to watch some ancient Rome stuff. So yeah, that's about it. And in Gato we trust.